Oh, hey there. Welcome to the Close Friends List podcast. We're so excited to have you here. You've been added to our close friends list. Before we jump into this episode and start yapping and gabbing, wanted to stop by and let you know that you can find us on social media at Close Friends List Pod. You can find us on TikTok, Twitter, Insta, Spotify, YouTube, and anywhere else with podcast platforms. We're so excited to see you online and hope to be added to your close friends list. Let's get into this episode.
Welcome back to the Close Friends List pod, everyone. We're your close friends. You know what time it is. You know her, you love her. Savannah's with us today. And so that means only one thing. The Bad Book Club is in session. And today we are talking about something that's taken over the social media sphere, and that is the off-campus series and the first book, The Deal, that is coming out as a TV show soon.
It's funny that you say it's like taking over social media. I feel like it is one
It's
of the
not.
biggest book talk books to have ever existed. Like when I first got into book talk, it was like the only book being
No,
recommended to me.
I
Like it has
definitely
stood
like
the test of time
remember.
somehow. Like
Yeah, I definitely remember like hearing about it. I was like, oh, I'll read that eventually. And then I never did. And then I read the
yeah,
Legacy series and I was like, okay, slay. But
You read
I know
all
you
of
get
them?
I read, yeah, they're like three.
I know you guys were reading the legacy and I'm like, I don't see how
You
it could be
the
any
first
better.
one, the first one is the best one. Well,
The
that's the only
way
one I've read.
I
Yeah,
But
rated
yeah.
all of those 4 plus. No, I think just 4 stars. I was like, high four, high four. I was on something. I don't know. We'll
Well,
see.
I mean, we've all been there. I mean, y'all
Exactly.
saw my original rating of the deal, which we'll
Exactly.
maybe talk about, but anyway, but
Exactly.
I'm glad we all committed to it because I was like kind of itching to reread it just because the show was coming and then you guys were on
Hmm.
board and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, this is what we need actually.
It really was because we haven't had a book in the Bad Book Club that has made us all like hate it in a while.
Yeah.
So I was happy to have that back and have that energy.
Things were definitely happening in that chat.
abysmal. The way that I was just reading that at work, like not even working, just like I gotta get, I
I
gotta
mean,
I have to
there's
get this done.
something to be said about like how quick and easy it is. Like you don't have to think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you
at
really
all.
don't. You really don't.
Even though it's like 300 plus pages, like it was a quick read. I was listening to it and I had that on 2x speed most of the time. And then towards the end, I was like, let's get this over with.
Just start
2.25.
speeding it
Like,
up.
Well, and
I
actually,
was
I mean,
like,
it's
come on.
probably better because once you start thinking about it, nothing's making sense, which we will definitely get to at some
Yes.
point.
Oh my
But you kind
God.
of gotta just go in brain off. So, I mean, I don't
Exactly.
know how where we want to start, where we want to jump in. Do we want to give a? I don't even really want to do a synopsis. Like, if y'all are
Let me
listening to
pull up my
this, like
Goodreads.
you know what this book's about. You know what I
No.
mean? Like, if you're tuning in right now, you've either watched the show or have read the book or
Yeah.
know the plot. I mean.
Yeah. You're
I
probably a
don't
stan,
really,
and I
yeah.
don't know if this podcast is the right one for you because we're not stans, but yeah, it's a college hockey romance
That's all you really need
between
to know.
main character Hannah, main character Garrett. Let me just start off first page. I was like, "Ooh, I'm already annoyed with Hannah." Like she started talking and I was like, "Oh, she's going to be a pick me. She's going to be annoying the whole time." Like, and that's really where it just kind of went from there. What were you
I
guys'
know.
first thoughts?
I mean, it's
I don't
such a
even
tough
remember.
I know. It's such a tough situation being 10 years out of its original publishing because I just know like
Yeah.
in
Let's
2015
talk
like this
about that. Yeah.
was like kind of like not I don't know, it fit the time, I'm sure. Although I do think there were probably better things out there in 2015, but I do think the Hannah is very like she does fit the 2015 mold, right?
Yes,
Like, I
very
mean, this was
2015 coded.
if you would have told me this was published fanfic, like I would believe you. That's how
Yeah.
like kind of like trash sheets, but also like how pick me Hannah is.
It was just like so crazy. She was just like, "Ugh, I hate this. I don't like this. This man, he plays hockey.
Well,
Ugh, he's such a." I was like,
I don't even remember how this book
no, you just
deleted
read
right?
it.
Like we
it.
read
Deleted
it
it
this past
that
week.
quick.
Well, and I kind of forgot because so I read it originally in like 2022, but that was literally
Mhm.
the beginning of like the book thing, right? So I
Yeah.
rated it pretty highly, but I still only gave it 4 stars, which for 2022 says a lot
That's
because at
basically a
that
five
True,
point,
star.
because yeah.
well, no, that's basically like a 2 star because everything at that I
Oh,
was
you're
rating
right.
everything 4 and 5 when I first started because I was just
Yeah.
like
Oh,
everything was new to
You're like,
me.
you're
wow,
brave.
fun. Yeah.
Well, because
But
I wasn't even writing reviews. I was just putting stars and moving on with my life. But so I looked back and I'm like, the fact that it didn't get a 5 star in 2022 says enough. But then
yeah.
when I started rereading it, I'm like, wow, yeah, like this. I mean, in the first 10 pages, she's like tripping, she's dropping shit, and she's like, sorry, I'm a klutz. It's like, oh, we're doing the Bella thing. We're doing
I'm
the
so
Yeah.
clumsy.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
Like
so
I'm
clumsy, but I'm
so
so hot at the
like the
same time.
only
But
the
I'm
only thing
such
we
a
didn't have was the messy
loner, like,
bun.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, the messy bun. Oh God.
That's the one thing we didn't have,
I will
and
say
we
she didn't
didn't
really
need
do
it.
like the hairstyles. Like there's some books you read and they like really
Yeah.
are descriptive with the hairstyles. I'm like, what is that about?
And the
Like,
Yeah.
outfit choices, like I don't care that she's wearing a halter top and a jean skirt. Like
No,
I
literally.
don't. I really don't.
not a
I
jean
don't need to
skirt.
know
Well,
that.
I feel like Elle Kennedy was like really pushing it that this girl was not wearing any type of like slutty clothes or anything. They were like, she's in a red sweater, she's in leggings, she's in jeans.
She's
I was like,
always
oh
covered
my
up,
God,
no
chill.
skin ever
I mean, she
showing.
just like me though. Like I'm not trying to have my tits out like that. So
No, like
sure.
I get that, but I was
Sure.
like, you're pushing it on these pages. Like she's
Yeah.
really like sweater, nothing, blah blah. I was like, okay, chill, chill.
No, where even is Briar U? Because it's
Massachusetts.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure they
That's
said that at
all
some point. Durham.
Well, they talk about
barely.
Boston and they're like, oh, like
Yeah.
around, like
Yeah, like
And she's from like Ohio or something, Indiana or something.
shit. Where it was Indiana, I
something. Hold
think.
on.
She's
I
from
think it
some
is.
Midwest.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you can call it the Midwest. Well, because I think it was Indiana because I'm like, first of all, so obviously we'll get here, the money of it all. She goes
Oh
Yes.
out
my
of
God.
state and she's going to fucking Boston. Like
Yeah.
Chicago's right there. We could have just
Right.
Yeah.
why are we
And
Garrett did not need to be in
allegedly,
Massachusetts. He could have been she could have written this whole series in Chicago and it would have made
She could have
sense.
even been in
yeah.
Ohio, honestly. Don't they have hockey in
Yeah.
Ohio?
Yeah, and she could have
Seriously.
done like a Dayton situation, like, because I feel like she wanted this girl to be like a city girl is kind of the vibe, but not really.
City Girl, but every
But
part of
only
that book, I'm
because,
like, they're in the backwoods. They're
yeah,
they're
and I
like in a
say
bougie
that,
campus, but like
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
is around.
And I say city girl only because she like makes an emphasis to say she's like from the stick. She's like, there's 10 people in my town and they all hate me.
Mm.
Like, so I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
she
yeah, yeah.
wanted, like, that's why I say city because otherwise
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
not giving city. Like, that's, it's
Yes.
There's
giving,
10
yeah,
people in my town, heavy
privileged
on that.
campus.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
damn, girl.
exactly. So
From a
funny.
small town of like 5 people. It's
That
crazy.
all
No,
hate you.
literally, that all hate
Um,
her.
so the money of it all, like allegedly Hannah was on a full ride
It
scholarship,
says that she was
but
on a
she's
full ride
working.
because I looked this up in the Kindles to
Yeah.
see where
Yeah,
she mentioned
yeah,
it. She's on a full ride, but it only covers tuition. I was like, then I Googled, I was like, do full ride usually cover room and
Right,
board?
what?
Because I'm
right.
like, what
Well,
kind of
because
full ride is only
like,
paying for tuition, but not
uh-huh.
your
That would
dorm
not
and
be a
not your
full
food?
like,
Right,
yeah,
right. It would be a partial scholarship, not a
Yeah,
full
I'm
ride.
like,
yes.
Yeah.
okay, so she needs all this money on a full ride. Sure. That's the first red flag. You're like, has Elle Kennedy been to college? Has she enrolled in a college before? Because that's like, it shouldn't be that annoying to me. But it was just like, really, girl?
Well, because
Yeah.
it's kind of a big point because she keeps saying, like, I'm broke, I have to work. But, like, she's also only working, like, Tuesday nights, seemingly. So then it's like, if you're a
Yeah.
waitress, are you not working the weekends? Because that's when
Right.
you're getting the
That's where you make the
tip.
money. Yeah.
So,
And
And
it's
she's working at a
like
breakfast place.
if they're making it such a point that like her whole thing is like her whole half of her storyline is like I'm trying to get this scholarship. So
yeah.
like you need to make it make sense. Like you're trying to
Yeah.
win this $5,000 that'll help you for your senior year. Like you need to make it make sense. But yeah,
Yeah.
her waitressing job and then her tutoring, but not taking money from somebody who's
She's
like
not even a real
trying to get her
tutor,
to
apparently. I'm like, why
tutor.
is she not just tutoring if she's good at
Well,
that?
exactly. That's
Exactly.
really like we could have just had her be a tutor and he still
And
could
that
have,
makes way more sense for her to not be working
yeah.
because she's always tutoring him, so she's busy.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, she's working at a diner on Tuesday nights.
Well, and
But
he
Okay.
then
could have,
she's like, I'm busy on this day because I'm working. Like, I can't, I said 7:30 or like whatever. She like, I'm like, these plot points
It's
are,
yeah, and they're just distracting, really, because they're
yeah.
contradictory. Like, if you have
Mm-hmm.
your brain off, you're not going to notice, but like, it really hinders the experience. Like, because you're like,
Mm-hmm.
wait, like the
Wait,
you're like,
scholarship, but
wait,
rewind,
huh?
also
rewind.
the
Wait,
full
what?
ride,
Yeah.
but also, so it's like
Like,
her motivations aren't adding up. Like, so her whole character kind of falls apart because you're like, okay,
Yeah.
what is the purpose, though?
Exactly. And then when we get into like her trauma, like her she can't visit her family, her parents in this small town. One, because the whole town hates her, she doesn't want to go back. But two, they're so like they have no money, yet they're sending her money and she is
they have no money,
was
but they're
she
literally
sending
traveling
them
to
money?
Philadelphia to visit her aunt. Okay, if they're
Yeah,
this
like
broke, how are they getting to Philadelphia? Because they're clearly on a plane. This is
Well, and that,
states away.
I know
They
she
can't
made
buy
a
you a
point.
plane ticket.
Yeah, I know she made a point of saying like they couldn't go this year for Thanksgiving. So they've done it in the past, but they're not
yeah.
doing it this year. But it's like that's not, it also didn't even become like part of the plot at all. Like Thanksgiving had nothing to do with the plot. So
At
why
all.
No,
even
she
mention they
skipped
can't
that and
come?
then
And
Yeah.
then also Thanksgiving
yeah.
break is like what, 3 days long?
Well, so it's not
Yeah.
really worth, if you're
So like
broke,
you're
it's
really
not worth,
flying, you're
yeah.
flying somewhere for
Exactly. If they had been like, oh,
Thursday,
Christmas
Friday,
vacation that
Saturday,
like is, a month
right, winter
long in
break or
college or
something, but like
something, like
Yeah,
for
because I think
Thanksgiving,
that would have been
girl,
fine. But
didn't they meet up for Christmas at some point? I don't
yeah,
remember exactly. So
they
like
meet
yeah,
up
that
for
I
makes more
think
Christmas
they
and they
did go to
start
sense.
Philly.
speed
Yeah.
running the book at that
Yeah.
point because it's like,
Well,
oh,
That was
okay.
so at
Elle
the
was
end.
also speed running it because they were broken up and she didn't want them to be broken up anymore. So it was
True.
like we're
True.
talking, I mean, she was speeding through
Quick,
these
quick, quick.
pages. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, yeah.
last 30 pages, let's break up. Like,
I'm
are
like,
you for real right now?
I
okay.
I was
honestly, I
looking at the
can't
Yeah.
percent, I was
even.
like, it's 88% of this book that I'm reading right now, you're just breaking up, so
Yeah. I don't even remember
what?
why they
Literally.
broke up now. Like now I'm like, wait, what even?
They broke up
Why
because
did they break up?
his crazy dad was like, if you
Oh,
don't follow
right,
my
Oh
right.
son,
How
yeah,
can I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
forget?
I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
just
Let's
like,
talk about Garrett.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
his
mm,
We'll jump into him a little because we've been going a little hard on Hannah. Sorry, girl, but I mean, look,
I
it
mean,
is
are we
what it
sorry?
is.
It's
No,
terrible. It was terrible.
yeah,
It was, it
it's
was
a rough
so
situation.
bad.
It's a rough
it really
situation.
Garrett was
is.
carrying this book on his back
He was. And the
heavily.
only reason why I rated this book 2 stars is because Garrett. Like
I
he
want to know like
was
what you guys liked about him because I like him generally, but I don't feel like he was. I mean, I guess
I
because
mean,
he's
he
like
was better than her.
understanding. Okay,
He
yeah,
was like, I need someone. I don't
it's
know,
it's
like
true.
like
the way he's described, you would think, okay, like he's apparently attractive. He's good at everything. He's not, he wasn't even
he's
like a bad
smart,
person. Like
he's
he's not
like
part, he doesn't party, he
chill.
doesn't drink, he doesn't
He
date
But
he
random
that's
hush
only
why
bunnies. Like,
yeah,
that's
he
why
was
I'm
only in the
like,
fraternity because he was a legacy, like, and his dad forced him, like, he was not going out to these parties. He was hanging with his like three bros at
yeah,
his
his three
house. Like, he
bros,
was
even though
not
the three
doing,
bros were partying, but he just wasn't. It was kind of like they should
yeah,
have
and then he would
definitely
go
made him more, I
like
don't know,
fuckboy ass. Like,
he
I
could
don't
have,
know,
right,
like,
something.
that was my issue with him is like don't get me wrong, I like him because I do like that he ended up being like a good guy, right? Like
mm,
we don't really want him to be an asshole, but for being the
right.
captain of the hockey team, like I kind of have different expectations. Like you either need to be cocky or like
Mm,
committing to partying a little bit or like there's kind
yeah.
of
Something.
you can't be nothing. Like you can't just
Yeah, and
be like
he
Like,
was in kind of like a situationship with that girl, but then he was like
yeah.
nicely
but not
broke it
even
off with
really
her because he
because
was
he didn't even
like
like her.
he
Yeah.
She was
didn't,
more
but
into him than
then
he was her.
yeah, but then he like nicely broke up with her and just
Right.
like he wasn't like a jerk about it. Like and so I'm like, okay, well you're trying to make him this
He was
like
wholesome. I thought he was
yeah.
wholesome.
Yeah, I just think maybe he shouldn't have been the captain if he's gonna be like like
Mm,
being like Aaron's read John Logan. I feel like that makes more sense to me. Like Garrett should have been like a John, just like a defenseman or something. Just
Mm,
like he's on the team.
something.
Like
Yeah.
he's got
He's there.
muscles and
He's
he's
a
on the
senior on
team.
the team. Like we didn't
Yeah,
need
yeah.
all
Like we
that.
didn't need him to be the captain because also like what is he doing as the captain? Just like being the DD.
Nothing.
Like there's not
That's literally
anything.
his only job.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're not talking about anything on the ice, which is fine.
That's
I
what I'm
don't
saying.
want
There
you
should have been more because
like if
in the
you're a
Graham
captain,
effect,
there
they
should be
definitely
more.
had more hockey in the book. Like,
And
Mm,
like the hockey is not the big like because if she didn't know what she was writing, I don't want to read that either. Because I read another book recently where
exactly.
it's
well,
like
that's
she
true.
clearly didn't understand, and that's look like that more power to you, I guess. But so I
Yeah.
mean, I just feel like he shouldn't have been a captain, and we could leave the minimal hockey, whatever, that's fine. But like
They just didn't even
you
do
didn't even do
anything.
anything on the ice. Like you weren't
Right.
like fighting for your team on the ice. Like
Nothing.
so if we're not doing
Yeah.
anything on the ice and we're not doing anything off the ice, then why is it important that he's the captain at all? Like why is that a
Literally
part
just
of
because
his
his
That's
dad was
yeah.
famous. That's the only reason.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
his dad, he didn't even really
But
have, I mean, I guess he had to be
he
famous.
also
I don't
doesn't
know.
have like a complex of like, am I only good because my dad's rich? Like there should have been
Yeah,
something
he was
there
like
too
Right.
of like,
no,
am I doing
exactly. He
this
was
for
like
him?
actually
Like,
good, actually smart,
yeah.
actually like and he was he wasn't he
He
working
did
like
construction over the
40
summer.
yeah. So he
Yeah.
was like
Oh, did
working
he?
all these hours, so it's like
He
Construction
did.
over the
did he
summer.
actually need his dad? Like it's just too much.
I know. I know. So I mean, I just felt like she did him like a little too, but in a weird way, like she did him too wholesome, but also like at some points I'm side-eyeing because like you were saying, like he basically just wanted to have sex with her, and then once they
That's
did, he was like,
all
"Wait,
he
I love
talked
her.
about.
Like, wait,
It
I
was
love her actually."
crazy. I was like,
So it's like wholesome,
bro,
but
this
also
is all
not.
you think about. Like, oh, I really want to sleep with her. Like,
Yeah.
you don't like
This is
anything else
all
about her.
these this is
Right.
That's
all these
it.
L. Kennedy men that she's writing. She's
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, like I just want to hook up. I just want to sleep with these
It's like,
people,
oh
blah,
my
blah, blah. And then
God.
as soon as they do, they're like, I
I
love this
love
person. And
him.
I'm like, okay, I
It's
need you to
Yeah.
just,
chill, actually.
I mean, it's very clear that like he liked her because she gave him shit. Like she just didn't fold
right.
like every other girl. Like
Hmm.
that's ultimately what it
She
is. Because
didn't know
Yeah,
anything about
that's
hockey,
always
which I
them.
think
Yep.
yeah,
helps. When they don't know
yeah,
what sport you play, it's automatically like, oh,
yeah.
Hmm.
she's the best woman I've ever met. Like, because
You
she doesn't
actually
know who you
liked me
are.
for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
I did like that he showed up to her scholarship concert though, because like even though they were broken up, it's
Oh
I
like
wish he
yeah.
hadn't
that
have.
is well, but it's like something that was important to her. So it's like, okay, I'm
No,
kind of believing
yeah.
the love, I guess. Sure.
I wish he was like in the back and didn't like chat to her.
Meet
But
her in
didn't
the
he like come
hallway.
up to her like
Yeah,
He
he
afterwards and
like
was
didn't.
like,
met
of
her
course I
after the
came.
thing.
You're
Well,
Of
like,
course,
because
because
okay,
of
she
the
ran,
well,
last
she
five
ran
pages of the
into
story at
him
that
because
point.
yeah, she ran into him because she
So
was trying to leave the building. So he didn't
oh
actually
yeah.
stop her.
Oh,
She
okay,
ran
yeah, yeah.
into him without seat because she's clumsy. Remember, guys?
Right, my
she's so
bad.
She's
quirky.
she's
She's a
running out of the
silly, quirky
building
girl.
because she
Running out of the
can't be.
building.
Yeah, she can't be there anymore because she's about to have a panic attack, and then she runs into a broad, strong chest.
After
It's
putting on
Yeah.
the
him.
best performance that the school has
Yeah.
ever seen.
Yeah.
Ever.
Let's
I'm like, what?
talk about her
Oh,
music.
okay. Yeah.
Because like me and Savannah both have music degrees. Savannah plural. Um
It's
and
just
this is just annoying because I'm like she was like a classical music major,
well,
but also she was
apparently she's
like,
just a vocal performance major,
Yeah.
but she
Vocal
spends
but she's
all of
just
her
trying to
performance
be a
time playing the guitar. I'm like,
and writing
who
her
do
own
you know?
songs.
Right, writing her own songs. I'm
yeah,
like, what voice major do you know that's first of all, guitar is so irrelevant in music school. Like, unless that is your specific instrument,
yeah,
nobody's touching guitars. Like that has
exactly.
nothing to do.
Yeah,
Piano, okay, that makes sense. Girl, she's trying to be like Sarah Bareilles or something, I guess. No shade to
exactly.
Sarah.
No,
Love
none at
her.
all because
But
we love
like
Sarah, but
I'm like,
like
you're not in any classes. You don't neither of them go to class. Okay, sure. You
her
don't
being
spend
a
any of your
junior
time
and
doing
not in a
anything.
practice room was crazy. I was like, sister, why are you out doing all these
Right.
studying, like everything on the weekends, hanging out with your friends?
You're
Fine, but you
not
need to be in a
doing
practice room.
all of this time for this showcase. Then I was like, what kind of major is she? And then like
Yeah.
later in the story, they're like, oh, vocal performance. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Well,
Allegedly.
and it
Allegedly.
is like I want to touch back a little about you guys saying like she's not in a practice room or anything. It's like the only class that we have knowledge of that both her and Garrett have ever attended in the whole semester or two that they've been in school that we know them is that one ethics
The
class.
ethics
We
class.
literally don't know any other classes that they've attended. They've never done anything. You would think there would even be some sort of like, oh yeah, I can't meet with him because he's going to his like history because he's a
Yeah,
history
like
major
he's a history
or
major
some
who can't
random,
pass
you
an
know what I
ethics
mean?
class. He doesn't understand ethics, and he's
It's
a history major.
weird.
I'm like, what is going
And
on?
also, as juniors, isn't this like a prerequisite type course? Like, isn't philosophy
Yeah,
and
if
No,
you're
ethics
taking
like,
like
why are
ethics
we?
101, why is
I
she
was like,
doing
if
this
Yeah.
you
now?
are like your first semester junior year, like you should be in the nitty gritty of your
Yeah, you
music,
should be
like
taking the
your
300
vocal thing.
the 300 level classes.
I
I'm
need to
like,
see your recital right now. Like I'm just
Yeah.
saying,
I'm like,
like
what's going on? They're not doing any actual work. I don't. But then it didn't even make it like they didn't make it seem like he was even bad at school. Like he seemed like he was a good student. So I'm
Yeah.
confused why
He had
he's
like A's across the board except for
yeah,
one
yeah,
so
other
he
you
had
have
good
all
class.
grades for that
A's,
other
but you're
one.
failing this one class.
Yeah.
Like what?
Because I don't understand the gray. I work in black and white only, which is crazy for a history
A
major to
history major.
say.
Honestly.
Literally all of the time that you spend is talking about, well, like everything is nuanced and you don't understand how to
Well, yeah, because I mean, okay, with history, there are, don't get me wrong, some things are black and white, like the date
Yeah,
a
there are
war
the facts,
started.
like
Yeah, that is
absolutely.
a
but
But
fact. But
like
like when we're talking about why a war started, there could be 100 reasons. Like you got to be able to read the gray. I don't
exactly.
understand.
and then why I'm not understanding why she's the person who can help him. Like I don't even remember how they met, honestly.
Wasn't it like
She
everybody
tripped
else in the
and
class like failed and then
yes,
he like saw her grade she tripped, he
she
saw
tripped,
her
Oh, he
dropped
saw
her.
her
paper
paper and
Uh-huh.
she
and her
Uh-huh.
passed.
paper was like an A and I think that wasn't
Mm,
was it Justin's
Yeah.
paper was like
Justin,
an A or two as well.
I don't
I
even
think. I
remember
don't even
because
Was
think
he
is
in that
Justin in their
class? Am I
he
class.
was,
crazy?
he's in that class. He is. Yeah,
So
yeah,
they're
yeah.
all juniors and they're
They're all
all in
juniors and
this
all taking the
same
same
ethics
class.
101
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't say it's ethics 101, but given all three of
But
these
just
random
basically.
majors are in it, it's got to be a
It
101.
has to
I
be
mean, like,
101 because like there's no reason they would be like crossing paths at all.
yeah, exactly.
It's like,
Especially
okay,
her as a music major for sure. That make
there's
like
no
there's
way she
no
would
other.
be.
There's no way.
No.
But
They
Um,
really, it's like this is what happens when you try to make it too quirky. It's like, hey, you could just be a
exactly.
normal, you can pick a normal major. Like she could be an
yeah,
English
she could
major.
She
I
That
could
was
would
just
have.
about to
like
say she could that would have
literally
made so much
anything. But I'm
sense.
like, why
Yeah.
are we picking these niche? Like this doesn't
Why
make
did we
any
need to
sense.
make her do this songwriting scholarship
Exactly.
competition and like have beef with this man? Like I get
Like,
the beef with the
Well, I mean,
man.
we still could have
That
even
makes
had a
barely.
scholarship. Like she could have done a poetry
Yeah,
scholarship or
yeah,
something,
like
and
literally
that would
writing
anything.
make a lot more
something.
sense. Because then, like, she could still read
Be
her poetry to him
writing.
over the phone, and
Right.
exactly, exactly, and we wouldn't have to be put up with all this like nuance of like
Mm-hmm.
her never
Like
practicing anything.
Yeah.
ever. She's not at all worried about this competition till the very end. I'm like, hey girl,
No. She's like, I only did it or she only signed up for the duo because she was like, oh, he's good, blah blah blah. I was like, what are we talking about? You don't need this
I'm not
man.
even really clear how the friend like I know that the friend sabotaged her because she like got her kicked out of the group or whatever, but I'm like, this girl wasn't even in the group. So how did she get
She
her
She
kicked?
was the
she
writer
wrote,
of the
uh-huh.
song.
She was the
Oh
So
composer of the
shit.
song.
yeah, she had the final say, I guess. She was like, this is better as a
And
single.
then it's like, okay, she got kicked out, but she doesn't have any solo music, so she spent all her time playing on the freaking guitar. You would think she's
So
got
she's
something
writing
written
this.
down, and then she has a song like, okay, yeah, that sucks, but there was no pivot. Like, damn, I got to sing my own
Didn't
song.
she sing a song that was already made? Like she didn't write a
Yeah.
song.
No, she wrote
I don't
one,
even
but it was one
remember.
she had written like it was like
Oh, a
some
while ago.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was just like
Oh,
nothing
okay, okay.
crazy. Something she just like had in her notebook, I guess, because
Is
she'd
that
sung
the
it to
same one that
Garrett
she
once.
sung to Garrett? Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
And
yeah,
it was called
yeah.
like Stand By Me or something, right?
No, I think that was a
Stand
cover
by
that she
me.
did. I think that was something
Was that
different. I think that was
okay?
something different.
She was singing too many things, and I
Well,
was like, girl,
the
With her
other thing
eclectic music taste.
Well,
Her
the other,
quirky,
well, yeah, we
yeah.
got to come back to that. The other thing that had me rolling my eyes was her like, they were like, "What do you need for your performance?" Because like now she's doing it solo instead of in the duet, and she's like, "I want the cellist," and it's like,
Right.
so we
Like
have a
what?
guitar and a
So
cello on
you're
this
so you're
stage.
singing with the
Yeah,
I know she was just trying to like
stick
she's
it
just
to
trying to
take the
get the
him.
cello
most.
away from that
Uh-huh.
man, but I was
Yeah,
like, this is
I'm like,
not needed,
what?
sister.
it
Why
could have been
not just
any
play the
Get a
freaking
instrument.
piano and
guitar?
move on. Yeah.
You can just
Exactly.
play the instrument yourself. Why are we bringing the cellist into it? It doesn't make any sense. And what kind of
Yeah.
song are you singing for a clear pop vocal competition, but you're singing on top of a freaking cello?
A
Like
No, it's
guitar and a
what?
crazy.
cello.
I don't
That
But
even think
sounds
I've
so
ever even
crazy.
heard a vocal. Like I don't even know. I'm sure there are pieces that do exist, but I have never heard anyone singing with a cello.
I've I've heard
Maybe
someone sing with a
strings.
cello. I haven't heard someone sing with a cello and a guitar.
yeah, yeah, that's
That's
what I'm thinking. Yeah.
that
It's the
that's
combo that got me.
it's
I'm
the
like,
con it's
you
Like
have
so
your
what?
random.
guitar on stage and this, like, it's pick
Like
one or
you
do the
didn't need both
piano
of
and a
them,
cello. Like, why are
or
we?
just get rid of the cello.
Well,
Why is he
well, because she
Yeah, I
wanted to
feel like
scared?
stick it.
if she
Yeah,
had done like
she was
a
doing it to be
cello and a
petty.
piano, I could
Yeah,
have
That right.
we could
I could have
have.
gone there.
Uh-huh.
Cello guitar, that's just
It's not
pluck,
Like
pluck,
giving.
pluck.
what
Like
in
we
the
don't need all
world?
that.
But you mentioned her eclectic music taste, and we have
Yeah.
to talk about it because it's like it is a point in this book that gets brought up multiple times. And
Yeah.
something that I like personally is that she's a One Direction fan. It's like love that. Love the
Yes. Love.
representation because there
Love
are
that.
too
Especially in
many
2015?
because there are too many
She
books out
was
here where the girls are obsessed with Taylor Swift, and it's like we need
Yeah.
actual
well, I guess this is before Taylor
representation.
Swift was like popping.
Well, not
Well, no,
No, this is when
2015.
Blank
2015.
Space came out, right?
This
You're
is
Uh-huh.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
1989.
You're right.
So,
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
But so we really needed this. However, it's past the One Direction when he's like, "Why do you have Adele and the Beatles on your place?" It's like, what are we? What do you mean
first
that's
of all,
Etta
eclectic?
James, the Beatles, Adele. Oh
Yeah,
my God, you're so
I was
deep.
like,
Like what?
boring.
Adele?
these are like some of the biggest artists on the planet
Like
on
first
one
of all, Adele's like
Literally.
pop
playlist.
radio, so I can imagine that she would have Adele. If she's the
Yeah,
singer, I could like it does the most like yeah, like you said, the most popular artist to ever
I mean,
exist.
Exactly.
she just picked like 8 popular artists that had like semi different genres, but they're all pop artists because
Right.
they're
Exactly.
so popular. They are pop music.
Like
It's
there
crazy.
wasn't anything actually, but then she's fine with all of that, but her liking One Direction is weird.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
what? Like
Yeah.
he's also like name dropping Justin Bieber, Miley Cyrus, and Lady Gaga. I'm like, so it's fine that she likes those, but it's gone too far when she's a
With
1D stan.
1D. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
And
what?
she wasn't even like going crazy about
It was
1D.
just
Like
on her
it was
thing,
just like on the playlist. And then he deleted her her
which
1D
No,
is
songs. I was
that was
like, that's so
crazy.
rude.
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
He would
We're
have
not even
been
dating and you I mean, I would
blocked.
even if you're dating someone, they shouldn't delete your playlist. But to be just like
Yeah.
semi friends with this guy and him delete your playlist is fucking crazy.
Exactly.
I deleted the One Direction off
Exactly.
your playlist, Hannah. Like, excuse
And
me?
you're like,
How did he even
uh,
get it to her phone?
Well, I that crossed my mind and I'm like, okay, 2015, maybe it was some I don't know.
Then I'm
Maybe
trying to
she
think
didn't
of
have
like,
a
look at the
lock on, I don't
iPods
know.
or the iPods,
Yeah.
Jesus, granny myself. The iPhones, did they have? I
yeah.
guess they didn't have like the fingerprints on them back then.
I
It
don't
was
know.
everything was
No,
like
I
a
think it was
2015, I
just
think they
like,
did, but I don't know. Maybe she had an old one or maybe she just
I
didn't have
don't
a
know.
passcode on,
it's
but
just
either way, yeah. He
I
did
can't even
all
think
that while
about
she
why I
was
hated
peeing
it.
too. It was
I was
like it
just
wasn't
like,
even like she wasn't even gone a long time. It was like a minute maximum.
and
He
he managed
deleted
to
them all.
find
So,
all of her playlists. Like, what are
Yeah,
we doing?
yeah.
exactly.
Let's use this energy for your ethics class, Garrett,
For your
instead of you
schoolwork that you
breaking into
clearly
her
need to be
phone and
working
deleting
on, brother.
playlists. I was like,
I
oh my
know.
God.
I know.
Oh
I feel
my
like we're being
God.
nitpicky, but it's like these things were distracting in the
Like
Yeah,
moment.
it was
in
just
Like it
like
was
hindsight, it sounds
like
so dumb, but now I'm just
distracting the
like,
whole
this book
time.
was just bad. It wasn't even that bad, but it's just like when sometimes like when you read things with your eyes, which you start to notice things, you're just like, okay,
well, exactly.
this keeps coming up, and I'm not really sure
Yeah.
why. Doesn't make
And it
doesn't make
also
sense.
like doesn't help that we're all reading it and like talking about it and being
Well,
like, wait, did you see this? Did you like read this? And then we're like,
I'm
wait,
like, I
yeah,
guess
that
I have
was
read
weird.
worse. It wasn't even the
Yeah.
worst thing I've
well,
ever read, but like,
No.
I mean, because it was an
it wasn't good
easy
either.
read. Like the thing. that I didn't like ultimately didn't like is like I didn't really end up feeling anything. Like I like reading a
Yeah,
romance and
no.
like feeling tension or like if
Mm,
I feel like I believe their love, but I
mm,
was just like this just is not giving me anything. Like it's
mm.
just these are just two
Literally
characters that
nothing.
are being like thrown together because she wants
The
them to
only
be.
time I felt anything was when he went to fight that man. And didn't even really fight him.
Oh,
He just
yeah.
punched him. And
Yeah.
then I was like, this is not even the actual guy, it's the guy's friend. I'm like,
Mm.
Yeah.
but of course that
Yeah.
was at the end of the book, so
Well, and I don't know if we really want to get too deep into this. So they're both like really heavily traumatized, but
Hmm.
I feel like maybe we shouldn't get too much into it, but the overarching is like for a 300-page book, she was trying to do way too much. Like it
way
just
too much
ended up being like
with the trauma plot lines.
Yes.
yeah, exactly,
It's like,
Yeah.
hey
exactly.
girl, they could just have like absentee parents or something. We don't
Yeah,
have to have all of this abuse situations going on. I'm
Yeah.
like,
exactly.
what? I just don't know how that like makes them deeper characters because I don't even feel like any of it was handled
Right.
in a way
It
that was
was not
like
handled like
justified.
That's
correctly or
That's where the
yeah.
Like,
problem arises. It's like, okay, you want to make characters that you feel are believable and real and like
Hmm.
match real people, but then when you don't even handle it in a way that's like
we
Yeah.
could have
sensitive
had
or
her
like,
like anything else. I mean,
yeah,
his I don't know, his didn't really make sense either. I'm like, are we saying that this man is this famous and there's never been and I guess like that is true. Like you could be a famous person and no one knows like your personal life, but I'm just like,
Mm.
why didn't he just cut his dad off sooner? He has all this money allegedly.
well, he didn't get it till he
Well, he
turned
didn't get it till he turned
Yeah,
21.
21.
yeah.
So, but still,
So I
I there
get
definitely
yeah,
are
that's why
like
he
it's definitely a yeah, like things
But
were
then it's
not
weird that he
handled.
didn't even tell his best friends. Like nobody
I
knows
know.
this about him.
Well, and that's she makes an excuse at the end, and I say it's an excuse, but like he ends up telling Hannah like I fell in love with you because you made me feel less lonely. But it's like I when you live with someone for 3 years like that, like I just don't understand how you don't naturally kind of feel
Talk about
like
like anything in
yeah,
yeah,
your
yeah,
I
like
feel
personal
like
life, and
exactly.
these are your best friends.
yeah, his
Exactly,
like best
exactly.
friends. I would have assumed that he told like those three. Like
Yeah.
he at
And
the
maybe
end
not
he
the
like
rest of the
told the full
team.
Right.
team
Yeah.
like everything, but like his BFFs that he is with day in and day out, like
Your
No one
ride or
knows anything about
y'all
dies.
this
are talking
man.
about everything else and
Yeah.
not this, but I don't
And
know
I don't
men friendship,
know.
so maybe
Well,
that's
I was just about to say maybe
Maybe
that's
it's because
her
they're
trying to have
men.
like a commentary on like male friendships, but also like it doesn't really make sense still. Like
yeah.
if it's bothering you that much, like and you're not going to Halloween parties, you're not going home for
Mhm.
holidays,
Right.
like someone's gonna ask, like, hey man, like
Like you're in
Mhm.
you
college,
good?
apparently you're living in like the hottie house that all the Pug Bunnies want to go to,
Yeah.
but you don't
Yeah.
attend any Halloween parties.
Nothing.
That's like the number one thing that you do in college. Like, hey, we're going to this Halloween party. Like,
They're like, "Oh, he hates Halloween." Moving on, like,
right. Like anybody asking
okay.
why?
No.
We're just that's the first like, hey, what's do you like? Did you have a
Bro, like, what's up?
costume?
Yeah.
Something like what's going on?
Malfunction, like something.
Right. Something traumatized you clearly on Halloween. It's just like a very, which goes back to him not, he's not a partier, he's not a drinker. What does he do? It's not studying, clearly, if he's failing this freaking class. What is he spend all his time doing?
I mean, playing hockey,
Don't
but
know.
also not really, because
Yeah, but
I've read other hockey books where they're like practicing even when practices aren't happening. So it's like he's not even doing
Hmm.
that. Like he's
right.
I
just
know. I was like, was
like
he like working out at the gym? Like, was
No.
he?
not that
What was
we
he
know of at
doing?
least.
But then it's
Yeah.
like all
Oh
of these things, it's like if all of these things, if I have to sit here and like hypothesize what you were doing off page, it's like you could have just written this in the book. There's so
taking
many
something
romance
else
books I
out the
read
book
where
and
they
written
they
this in the book.
literally have like workout scenes. It's like, oh my God, it's a sports book. You couldn't be bench pressing once, not a
No,
single
literally,
Well,
time.
like
they
had an
did
off ice practice.
once. They did
Oh,
once when like they were hungover, but it was like it was meant it
It was
wasn't
like
meant to
oh yeah.
be yeah, it
like
was
a
like
actual workout.
yeah, exactly. It was meant to be like a means to an end because he wanted to
Mm.
talk to that one guy who's a senior and like try to figure out how to like sleep with Hannah. Like so he was trying to get advice. So it was like it wasn't even and so
Oh my
whatever. It
gosh,
was
I
just a
forgot
means
about
to an
that.
end. So it's like yes, you did have a workout scene, but like there not doing that all the time. Like that's not any like that was just a one-off basically.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't really
I
make
mean, just
sense.
comparing to the other sports books I read, granted, this one was written a long time ago, but it's like, since
Yeah.
everyone and their mom was comparing this to Heat of Rivalry, it's not the same at all. But I'm like,
No.
at least they're like hitting the ice for real. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like every book, even if they're not hockey, it's
Yeah,
like, can you be
they're
doing
playing,
literally anything
so yeah.
that's not just talking about hockey? Like, can you put on some skates? Like, they did have some game scenes, kind of, but like,
Yeah. It was
there's
her
nothing more
One,
annoying
watching the
to
she
me
game
went
when
to an
it's just
though.
away
like
game.
30-second game scenes. You're like, okay, then
Mm-hmm.
why is this a sports book? You literally could have just
Well,
made
they
them
just
anything
want her to be
else.
hot. Yeah. Like or
He could have
and they
just been
could be
hot
Like hot
anything,
normal.
but
athletes, like
yeah. I know. I feel like it needed to have more of a central role in like maybe their deal. Like I don't know. I know it was
The
meant
deal
to
that
be.
barely
because it
even
also, yeah, the
meant
deal
anything.
of like her tutoring him and then him
Oh my
helping
God.
her
Wait.
get
We haven't even
to.
talked about Justin. Like we
I
gotta
mentioned Justin, but I was like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Because that's
Justin,
the
who
whole part
So
of the deal.
that's
disappeared
the whole
off
the
the
deal.
page for
So
the
like,
entire book.
yeah. So Justin is a football player. Question mark. Yeah. He's a football player, and Hannah's trying to get with him because she thinks he's the bee's
Not like other
knees and
athletes.
like
Yeah.
not like other
I'm just like,
athletes,
why
but
does she
he's
think that? No clue.
exactly like other athletes. But they've had like one single conversation at a party that she goes to, and it's,
It's
oh,
like
hey,
She's too
we're in the
thirsty
same
for him.
class.
It's just kind
yeah,
of like,
Yeah.
I don't understand
what'd you
why you
do?
have to fake date to get this man's attention when he doesn't even know who you are. So even if you are fake dating, you're not even in his realm of like,
Yeah. I get
Yeah.
like the whole, want what you can't have. Like you see,
they
I
should have
get
just
that,
made
but
him
I
a
was
hockey
like, this
player
is
because that would have made
just,
more sense because then he would have been
Yes.
it
around
would
more.
have. The
But I'm
Exactly.
like,
football
this man
is
plays a completely
weird.
different sport. He doesn't even
Exactly.
really see Gary anywhere.
Except at
Why do you
parties, but he
think,
doesn't even party.
right? It's like,
Exactly.
why is dating Garrett
The
supposed to make
holes in the
Justin
story.
jealous? He doesn't even know who you are, Hannah.
See, and that was
Exactly.
my
Like,
like I like the idea of him being a hockey player like on the team or I was thinking like it would make sense if they were friends and she had a crush on him but he was like not reciprocating and then like she wanted
yeah,
to
Mm-hmm.
make
like
him jealous like
Yeah.
something.
that would make sense to me but
Yeah.
like fake dating to get his attention in this capacity because I love a fake dating
Yeah.
moment like y'all know
Absolutely.
I
Same. Like
love
I'm
and
locked in with a fake dating,
and
With
I
but
fake dating.
will overlook a lot to, like for a fake dating moment but
same,
this one
same.
really just does not
No,
like
Doesn't
there's
literally.
make any
And I
just
freaking
think
no
sense.
I
yeah.
think in, not to bring up the show, but I think in the show they make him like an artisty, like
Which they
music type.
should. They should.
Okay,
So
so
Like
like
is
it
he
makes
Justin
musical with
is
her?
no
not, he's not a
Because
football
hopefully.
player.
even then,
He's
like if
a,
they never cross paths, it still doesn't make sense. Like if you only ever saw him
No.
at this one party and now you want to make him jealous, like girl, they need to have some type of relationship, like like even if it's like
Uh-huh.
acquaintance, like I see you repeatedly, so I know who you are. Like I might not
Exactly.
know you, but like I know of you. But it's like
yeah.
he's
It'd be
y'all are both
like,
randoms to each
I mean,
other,
partners on a project together. I
right?
mean,
Literally anything.
something,
Something like
something.
Like,
Yeah.
and then he
we
just
needed a
disappears
connect
out of
and
the
they just didn't give
story.
it.
He literally asked her out. But I guess this makes sense when you realize the whole book is like 1 month's worth of time.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like
That was the
he.
craziest thing
I
because
was
like
like 1 week.
when I started reading this book, I didn't know that it was literally like from the start of the tutoring to like when she was trying to get to know this man, it was a week. I was like, wait, we're only doing a week and this is
Yeah, I was
all this
like,
crazy like
uh,
jealousy trying to get this
like there's
man
not
to
even
date
time for him
you.
to get
A
jealous.
week?
A week,
You're going to one party because you're working the rest of the days, allegedly.
like at least be on the party circuit and be at the parties, like like
Well, yeah, every
you went to
weekend we're
one,
gonna
right?
go. Yeah, yeah.
Like I was envisioning like a Laura Jean situation, but it was
Yes.
not.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was not. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you got to give me something. I hope that well, I don't actually hope the show does anything, but if the show is supposed to be like a faithful adaptation, I'm not really
We'll
understanding why
see.
people want to watch it this bad because I'm like, this is not a good story. Like,
We'll
there's
see.
so many plot holes that just make it confusing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what?
Yeah.
I can't.
I don't know why it has like stood the test of time the way it has, because the only scene, and the scene that like, because you know how it is on TikTok where like sometimes you read a book
Like
because you read like one paragraph
The
and you're like,
one
all
quote
right,
that
line,
like I'll
covers
do
yeah.
it.
everything.
Yeah, so the one that the girls constantly have floating around for Garrett is like when he does like the campus wide ban,
The
which
all hands
cringe.
off rule.
Yeah, cringe.
Yeah,
But like people love that, but it's like you can't, that cannot be the only reason that you want to see this like adapted into a TV show. Like for that one,
exactly.
yeah, like that does not like, but I don't
That one
understand what else
thing
it could
that didn't even
be.
happen until 95% of the book was
Yeah.
already over. I'm like, it's the
Yeah.
last 10 pages of the story, literally. And she's like, what do you mean you told people they can't date me? Girl, the book's over. I'm
Yeah.
not understanding. This would have made sense at the beginning of the tutoring. Maybe.
Yes.
Barely.
Barely.
Barely. I'm just like, this does not make sense to me. This is what you guys are clinging to. I don't understand how it's hot when the book's over. He
Yeah.
already liked her. We already know she's such a
Yeah.
loser. She apparently can't get game anywhere else. So I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure why like
Exactly.
there needed to be a ban. Anyways, nobody's checking for her. According to y'all in the story, nobody wants to talk to her. Anyways, like
Literally,
okay,
yeah, they're all like, "Oh my gosh, she's so hot. She's so
she's so
skinty. She's
hot,
so tiny." Blah blah blah. I'm like,
the
"What's the
hottest chick
truth?
I've
What
ever
is the
seen,
actual
Mhm.
but
truth?"
she can't get a boyfriend
That one, that really is like 2015 of like in
and
the
multiple
first,
men think she's the hottest chick they've ever
yeah,
seen.
yeah.
So it's
And like
not even like
Literally.
this,
just one guy. It's like every single guy she walks across has like the awooga eyes when she goes
It's
no,
past
a
them. It's
full
like,
it's
storyline of
crazy.
Logan's
Yes.
like
like,
arc, and I'm like, "What
what
are
do
you
you
Yeah.
talking
mean?
about?"
Nobody wants to date this girl? That she's begging for you
It
to fake date
really,
her?
because like Garrett is like in chapter fucking like 2 or 3, Garrett is like, she's a step above me and I can still see the top of her head. That's how small she is. But then he's also every other chapter saying she has stripper tits. And it's like, look,
Yeah, her
I'm
ginormous
like,
sick.
breasts
I
that he's
needed to
obsessed
I
with.
need
like
that
what
to
are
be
we
out. That cannot be
that
in the show
there's just like
because
no way that
Well, this
makes
girl
it.
is
There's
busty,
well,
she
yes,
so
but
is, but
it's like
they got a busty queen.
it's just like and I feel like they were trying to make it kind of, I hate to say believable, but it's like playful maybe. I don't know, because like
But it's
clearly
mm,
he
like it
didn't
just
mean
makes
it,
him
but
seem like a skeeve because it's like you think she has
yes,
stripper tits and you only want to fuck her. That's the only two things
exactly.
about her that you.
yeah,
She's so
Exactly.
small, big breasts. You want to sleep
done.
with her? I'm like,
Done.
okay. Like,
She's
what
not
else is he
fawning all
employed for
over
her?
me. Yeah. She's not like other girls. That's what it is. She's not fawning all over me
That
like everybody
that is
else.
what it is. She's not like other girls.
It
So,
truly had me questioning. I was like, am I a bitch? Like, maybe I am. Because I'm just like, I'm not getting it. I'm really not getting it.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you
Well,
love
and
it,
I
I love it for
wonder
you.
again, like the 2015 of it all, we're also 30. I feel like that
You
has
know, maybe
something
it would
to
have
do
been
with
better.
it.
It
But
maybe would have
Fair.
been better. Like,
but
even if
only
I had read this in
better
2020, I might have eaten it up.
but like only better by vibes, because the book has, well, like nothing is changing on these plot holes and stuff, but like maybe
Mm-hmm.
the vibes is all I can think, because like there's also a lot of like, and I felt this like the longer I'd been removed from reading it, I was like, wait, like I definitely, because I think I told you guys when you were reading the Legacy series, I'm like, I won't be caught reading another, I mean I reread it, but I won't be caught reading another Al Kennedy book, because like the book was just like so gross to me, like with the misogyny, like it just
Mm-hmm.
underlying, like, and reading it again, I'm like, yeah, that's still there. Like it's like that joke about women have smaller brains, and then he's like, just kidding. It's like, no, but like
I mean,
that
it's
is
like,
a
but why is that
little
even funny?
exactly. Like, why are
And
we
Mm-hmm.
it makes it worse when
even?
you realize a woman wrote it because you're just like,
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Like Elle Kennedy is like the pick me. Like she's seeing herself in, I'm
It's
sure,
just, and then
Hannah,
I'm
and
like,
is
there's so
like
many of these books. Are they all this bad? It really makes me want, and like, I
the
don't want to
two
read them, but I also, I
the
kind of
mistake
want to
that I've
know,
read.
like, how bad can, like, people eat these books up and they talk about them all the time, and I'm like,
No,
there's just no way.
exactly.
there's
It's
just
like
there is
one
no
that's
way.
like always brought into
Brought
conversation
up.
of like
And
Hmm.
book
there's
talk
like, aren't there
books.
like ones that are, they're not even, they're not spin-offs, but there's like
There's a Briar
one-off.
U. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like,
yeah.
what?
She has a bunch
There's
of
too
books
many of
actually.
these.
I was
Hmm.
like, it's not just like the off campus and then the legacy. Like there's another
Oh,
one
I see
like
what Briar.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah,
Uh-huh.
what
yeah,
the
yeah.
heck?
Yeah,
Then
which I
there's
think is
Campus Diaries. I'm
people.
like, does everybody go to this one freaking school?
I
Yeah.
guess.
I mean, it's kind
Like,
of it's kind of worse than Rena Kent because at least like she had two different colleges in her books. Like,
This is the
oh,
same school.
I keep saying her. I really don't think Rena Kent's a woman,
I think
but
Rena Kent is a man, but
I do too. That's a story for a different day.
That's
But
we've talked about that on this podcast before.
Rena Kent.
please,
my
but
God.
so but at
Yeah.
least like they tried to do something like but this one college like you can't what else is there? How many other I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure it's a big school, right? Like in theory, but I mean, there's just
Allegedly.
like
But that I'm
it's
like, these can't all
boring.
be happening at the same timeline. Like I know that like the kids have a
Mm,
timeline and the parents have a
hmm.
timeline, but like this other one,
What is Briar Youth?
when is this happening? I know I'm
No,
like
The
looking
they
at
chance,
are
the
numbers.
risk, the
happening.
play.
They are happening around the same because like the second book, John and Grace, they are after Hannah and Garrett get together because part of his arc is like he has a crush on Hannah, and so he's trying to
Oh
use
my
Grace to
God.
get back.
No,
And
it's
like
sick,
it's sick.
Savannah.
Get
Yeah,
back at Hannah, who's not paying you any attention because she's
exactly.
obsessed with Justin,
Because
who's not
she's
paying her
fully
any
dating
attention.
Garrett
It's
right
just
now.
like, what the hell
She's
are
not
we
even looking at
doing?
John Logan. Yeah, like she's
Who
got
even is
Justin
he? Is he in
first.
this book?
He
Is he in
is.
the
Yes,
first one?
he's his best friend. You
Yes.
remember when Hannah kisses some other man
I
in
thought his
Garrett's
name was
room?
Logan or
Wait, that
something.
It
was
is.
Dean.
It's John. No, it's John. I thought it was John Logan.
I thought she kissed Dean
Oh,
I thought
because
that was like one of the
maybe
reasons
you're
why he
right.
loved her is because they
I
kissed.
the joke
But
is
maybe
that
it was Dean.
the joke is that 3 out of 4 of the off-campus girls have kissed Dean. There's only
Oh,
one
So
FMC
maybe it
who's
was.
not kissed Dean.
okay.
I think that's the
And the
joke.
way
I
that
don't
there's no
know.
way that made him fall in love with her when he literally walked in on her and Garrett dry humping. I'm like,
Right.
Yeah,
what part of this made you think that
that
she
she
was
was
I'm
into you?
interested. Well,
Like,
'cause
excuse me?
I
We're
they
all
Oh my
do
delusional, I
gosh.
guess.
they do talk at one point because like Garrett knows that he likes Hannah and he's like, man, like it's not happening. Like she's
Okay,
mine,
maybe
whatever. And
this
then
is the friend then.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
And then Logan is like, if you guys ever break up, like I have dibs. And Garrett's like, yeah, sure, whatever, because he knows they're not like he's like, we're
That's
not ever gonna
crazy.
break up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
If you guys break up, I have dibs. Oh my god.
yeah. Well, because I guess this
Sick.
was when he still thought that Garrett was like a man whore. But also like he's not really. Like
He's not at
Apparently,
all, which is
Logan and Garrett are BFFs. Like they're
yeah.
the closest two out of the four in
Yeah.
that
okay.
house.
I'm like, maybe
But
I just have to speed run. Maybe I just have to read them.
You should skip the second one for sure. It's
I
basically a
I
carbon
told you
copy of the first one, and
I
also
was
they broke
didn't
up for
sleep
10
together
chapters.
until I think 80%.
Yeah, and they break up for like 10 chapters, and there's like 4 chapters where they don't even talk to each other. It's like, why
It's
am I reading
quick.
this? Why am I reading
It's
a
like
romance
summer
book?
vacay, and he's like thinking about her, but also working at his dad's garage, and
No,
she's
that
off
just
in
like
Europe
pissed
with
me
her mom.
off. Like
I'm
I'm
like,
reading
I'm
this because
bored.
I want you guys to have tension. I want to feel like that you have a connection,
There was
and
I
you
think
nothing.
just
if we're
like
gonna
not
put the
talking
book
for
in
six
college, we
months.
should skip over the
Yeah,
break stuff. Why are we having summer break happen in a freaking
exactly.
college romance book?
Exactly.
And
Can
at
the book
like
not take place
40%. We're not
in
even
the
at the end of the
semester?
book. Yeah.
It's that early? Oh
It's
no.
early, Savannah. They break
No,
up at
it's
like
like
35% and then don't
well,
talk
it's
for
not
like,
first of all, it's not even a breakup. They just
well,
like
yeah,
because they're just kind of like
mentally,
fooling
yeah.
around, and then he's like, I can't have sex with you because you're a virgin.
Oh
And
Yeah.
my
she's like,
God.
how
So
But
dare
then
definitely,
I'm sure he
definitely
does
skip that
eventually
one.
do it with her, and it's the
he's like,
best
she's
sex
like, how
they've
dare
both ever
you? And
had.
then
Oh
Yeah,
my
so
God.
definitely skip
yeah,
that one. If you're planning on reading them, just skip right to Dean and Allie because that's the one that people
yeah,
are really
And
that's
then
the
if
one
I
they
read
thirsting
need
Dean
to
and
for.
get to
Allie
that.
and it's hot garbage, I'm gonna be
It's
salty.
gonna be. You
It
know it
will be.
But I'm
is.
just like, you guys are the way people talk about this book online, it's like, am I
It's
missing something? I feel like I must be because I'm not I'm not
I've
understanding.
seen so many people that I'm like, okay, like I not like I'm like, okay, your takes on books are not the worst things I've ever seen. So I'm like, okay, like what are you saying? And then they're like, the deal, amazing, Papa. I'm like, whoa.
You're like, okay.
Never mind, never
Red
mind.
flag.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at the point where I'm starting to look through. I'm like, what other books have you? When they
Uh-huh.
post like the graphics, I'm like,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
If you
I'm
have too
like,
many of these on your little graphic, your taste is trash. I'm
I'm not
like,
listening to you. Thank you.
no,
We gotta have some
absolutely not.
discretion.
Mhm.
Like, And then I'm sorry, but there's just no romance series. First of all, I already think that romance series are dumb to begin with. Like, why are we having interconnected whatever? But I'm like,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
no romance series where they're all good. There's always one flop. There's like
Uh-huh.
one mid-tier flop. There might
Yeah,
be like
yeah.
one or two good ones. I'm like, but this chick has like 30 of these books, and you're telling me all 30 of them are
Yeah.
five-star reads?
Yeah. I know.
Right.
I've started to just read, like, I think you started doing this too, where it's like I'm just reading the ones that like sound interesting. Like I'm not about
Yes.
to
The
read
one
like
that has the highest
some
Goodreads rating is
uh-huh.
probably
Yeah.
the one that I will tap into, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah. But then it
we'll
pisses me off
see.
because Kindle Unlimited is like you want to keep reading the series, right? Because you read 2 out of 5 of the books,
And
and
then
it's
it
like,
shows
no,
you
I
the
read
whole.
like
Like, no,
you're
I
like,
read what I wanted to.
I read the 2 I wanted to, and now can I
Like,
block you as an author?
I don't
No,
need
but
any suggestions from you, Kindle.
no,
Except, are these even
literally.
on KU anymore? Or is it just the first one that's
No.
gone?
Just the first 4 or the first 3 are gone, only the fourth one's on there.
I still I
Mm.
should have downloaded the other one because I haven't updated my Kindle, so I still have
Mm,
the Mistake and the Deal. But
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't read them, but that's
I
just
mean,
me.
I'm
Well, I know, no, I'm like
87% of the
no,
way
yeah, yeah, yeah.
through
No, you finish the one you're
the
on. I'm
Mistake.
saying
I
for
will.
Savannah, like I wouldn't
Yeah.
bother.
It's
Oh,
just
Like I
like
would
I
no.
want to
just
know, but I
I
don't want
think
to know
you
that bad.
I think you
I
No,
know
already
I
got
think
to
enough
you'll
know
from
be
who.
this
really
one.
mad.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
you'll
you
be
know
really
enough
mad if
from
you.
this, you know?
I'll just read the third one. No time
Yeah.
Maybe.
soon. Eventually. One day I'm sure I'll
Eventually.
get bored.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
Like,
when you
oh,
get
let
third,
me read
bored.
these.
if they make the third a show, a
I
series,
think if the
we'll be
second one's
there.
this much of a flop, there's no way we're getting a third
Well,
series.
that's why I'm surprised they're going in order. So I guess we'll dive in a little bit to like the show, I
Yeah.
guess. Like I'm surprised they're going in order because the way the girls frothed at the mouth over Dean and Allie, that I was expecting them to go out of order, but then they announced like the
Mm-hmm.
Grace casting yesterday, and I'm like, oh, so y'all are just
Yeah.
hoping that season 1 carries you enough to maybe get that season 3 renewal,
Yeah.
but we'll see. We'll see.
It's
It
sick
just
that they already have
looks
a second season
so we
renewed.
don't know anything about it, obviously, except
Did
for
they put
like
out
we've
a
seen the
real trailer?
trailer.
Oh, I guess they did.
Uh,
Did they?
I thought
yes.
that one trailer was the
Yeah, the one
The
was like the
real.
main
one.
one. Uh, I'm trying to remember. I mean, it's the only one with words in it, so you've definitely
Yeah.
watched it because we sent it and like talked about it.
The way
Mm-hmm.
I like interact with these things and immediately forget. I'm just like, did I
No,
watch
say I'm
this?
like, wait.
You
I,
definitely did because there was like a 40 message like
okay, so I
Instagram
Yeah, we
must
were
DM
have.
about
talking. We were
it.
talking.
We were definitely talking, but so we don't really know much, right? Personally, for me, it looks like they look too much like wax figures. So that's going to be really hard for me to overcome.
Madame
Mm.
Tussauds
Like,
on Amazon
Yeah.
Prime. I'm
there's
just
just
like,
something about the lighting and the makeup that's just not hitting right.
it
It's
And
looks
it's a
just
cheap, and that's
common,
crazy
yeah,
because this
yeah,
company has so much money. Why does this show
that's what I
look
was just about
like
to
you
say.
had
I
a
was like,
10
it
cent
looks
budget
low budget.
for
yeah,
Like
no reason
Heated
at all?
Rivalry was low budget, but they
but it
still made it
doesn't,
work. And they fixed the lighting
It
after
didn't even
like the
look, it
thing,
didn't
but then
necessarily look cheap or low budget
no,
though.
yeah.
it
You know
didn't.
what I mean?
But
It was
then
just
this
like,
one, there, I feel like there's just so much going on, and that
Well,
it's like messy.
yeah, and I can't tell because like so an example that I feel like maybe makes sense because it's also on Prime, like The Summer I Turned Pretty, that does
Mm.
not look cheap and it doesn't look like those people don't look fake on the screen. But so
Hmm.
they must have had different budgets for the two of them, but I'm also like, how come one looks so much worse than the other? Like I can't
Mm.
is it because they had to pay for
I
like
feel
an
like it's
ice
because,
rink or like what's
I
the
don't know,
For
isn't
an
the summer
ice
I
rink.
turned pretty like, isn't a lot of it filmed outside? Am
yeah,
I
so I
making
guess
that
the
up?
lighting, I mean, it's like yeah, hit or
Like they're on a
miss.
Yeah.
beach or something? I don't know. This one
Yeah,
is like the
there's
set they're on is just giving
yeah, maybe
Yeah.
that's what it is.
The
And
it's giving
indoors,
cheap.
like,
I keep thinking about like for okay, so I don't know, this is really niche. You guys have probably seen it. Like Camila Mendez from Riverdale, she talked
Oh
about how
yeah.
God.
she talked about when she went into audition for Victoria, she went with like a full matte makeup look and they told her to
Mm.
come back the next day like dewy. And that to me, like for whatever reason, that conversation keeps sticking out because I'm like, they should have done matte makeup looks for this show because they
Because
look
Yeah.
everyone's
too so
shining.
they look like wax figures because it doesn't look right. But
Like,
I'm like,
Yeah.
so clearly somebody was just like not like if they're doing that on fucking Riverdale, I mean,
I hate to
what are
say
we
it, but
talking
this
about?
show the deal would eat if it was on the CW. I'd be
It
sad, but something about it
It
being on
yes.
would.
Amazon Prime is
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Off-putting.
not making sense to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
why are we doing this? Like, it makes sense
Yeah.
if it's like, yeah, I'm expecting the wigs and the makeup and the costumes to look like
Yeah.
that on the
Exactly.
CW.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
I can suspend
And
belief
it's
for that, but
like
I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
Prime at the beginning was doing like really good book adaptations, and
Yes.
then they just started doing so many,
there's too
and then
many of them now.
it's
There's like
fallen
five
off.
coming out apparently. People are like so
There's
hyped. All
yeah.
these
I was like,
adaptations, I'm like, I don't
what?
even know what this book is. Why are we buying up every book talk right?
No,
It's
exactly. Well,
weird.
I get them buying up the book talk ones because they're so
Mm-hmm.
popular. People are talking about it and they know they'll have viewers. But I'm just like, not everything needs to be turned into a TV show
This
or
is the problem. And
movie.
Well,
everybody wants, I'm like, hey,
mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna be watching it. I don't need to see some of these things. You guys put the
Yeah.
most chalk people in the casting. It
Stop.
looks
Well, and
everybody
there's
looks
something to be said, like I want unknowns, don't get it twisted, but
Right.
why did they look yeah, chopped.
if some
Yeah.
people are just
We'll leave
too
it there.
like you're too normal looking to be
Yeah.
on TV. There needs to be a baseline. You have a
Well,
TV face,
That's
and
true.
then we can go
yeah.
from there on how hot
Well,
you are. But I'm
and
like, they look like people I would walk past on the street.
I've been seeing people say like I would rather them have better good actors that got cast and them
Oh,
like
brother,
be
they're
better
coping.
actors. Yeah, because like the fan
They're
cast, they're like,
coping.
you guys fan cast these people just like from Pinterest and that you don't know if they can act, you don't know if they would like
Yeah.
look good on screen. And it's like, okay, but can these people act? Because there's already no chemistry
Yeah,
between Garrett and Hannah in any trailer. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
okay, I've been rewatching the trailer for I can't stop, but just
it's the
out of like
Wellesley was
a
like setting me off. Like
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't,
yeah,
I
I was like fine with the
can't take
Wellesley
it.
in the book, but I think I might hate it in the show.
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
have to
And
watch it
I
again.
just like something ain't adding up. Something, and they
Yeah.
just have no chemistry, the two of them. Like, so that to
I feel like
me is
even
gonna
when
be
they're
another
walking these
problem.
carpets that we've been seeing, like
Yeah.
it's
They don't even
awkward.
look like it's just I don't
Yeah.
know, like it
And
seems
maybe
like
we've
they
just
didn't
been
spend the
like
time to like
getting to know each other,
or getting
like
Yeah.
any
being
of like the
friends.
press tour stuff together because it's like they just want to get it out. But it's like maybe if you weren't drip feeding us for 2 years, you could have. What
Yes.
were you doing in all
Yeah.
this time? Like,
Like I feel like they
there's
probably
no
thought they had
silence.
more time, but then like when Heated Rivalries came out and like ate up the world, like
They're like,
they
oh
were like,
shit.
"Oh shoot, we have to get this out. It has like the momentum is here, so we have to do it
Well,
quickly. We have to
and
make it good." And it's just
I
I
know they
just
were doing reshoots like crazy.
uh-huh. Yep. Yeah. I
I know
was
they
just about to
they
were.
say
had to.
after
They
Heated
had to.
Rivalry came out, I just know that cutting room floor got like
They were like,
way too
"Wait."
crazy.
They're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
what do you mean?
No,
Wait,
Oh my
literally.
like
God.
these
I
people are
just,
loving this? What do you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. No.
it's just something
So
about it. I'm like, I don't know, even like if you have to compare it to Heated Rivalry, like the press tour they were on, I just feel like there's no, these people don't seem like they're,
they're
maybe the problem is
coworkers.
there's
They're
too many of them.
coworkers.
I don't need to
Yeah.
see all five of y'all
That's
on a red
true.
That's the
carpet when this
one.
show is about just three of you, barely.
Yeah.
Two and a half of you. Why are we have the friends? Who even are these people? It's like it's too many of
Well,
y'all.
you
We don't even
know,
know if you're getting a season, so you can.
Right. So it's like,
you
can we focus
know
on the main
they're
couple of the
trying to
show?
they're trying to hype up so that everybody, no matter who your fave is like you're gonna see them.
Yeah.
You know, Dean's not till
It's
book
just
three, but
like,
don't worry, he's there. So those
Yeah.
I've already gotten edits on my feed that are just Dean.
oh
He had
my
10
God.
seconds of screen time in
I've
the
gotten
trailer.
those
I mean,
too, and I'm sick. I'm
so
sick.
that's why they're all there because they want everybody to like if you didn't like if Garrett's not your fave, like that's okay because look, like Tucker's here too and it's like brother, he's book 4. Nobody like
I'm
we
just like,
don't need
what
him.
can what has happened in our lives like on TV that this is compared to? Like I can't think of anything where like every season was about someone different.
Well,
You know what I mean? Like I
Bridgerton,
can't, oh,
Yeah.
but I
Uh,
I forgot about that.
only like
That
the
seems
biggest
that seems
TV show.
different though, and I don't know why it seems different, but it's like on the press tour, you're
Well,
not seeing
yeah,
everyone in the freaking family. You're
yeah,
exactly.
just
Well,
they just
seeing,
do
because
the main,
you're
uh-huh.
the
just
main
Yeah.
right.
two or
I'm like,
three. Like,
why are we? And I get it, like your fave. I guess we do see the Sand Wars of Bridgerton, but it's just like
Yeah.
I need to see that you two look like you like each other because you're the ones that
exactly.
are the main romance. And if y'all are looking tacky, I'm not. What is the friend on the side
You're the
about to do for
start.
you?
Like, I need you
Yeah.
to start the
Well,
ball rolling for the rest of
They need to
them.
be on
So
I
BuzzFeed or
know.
something. Puppy interview, Hot
Yes.
Ones, like
something, because I feel
something.
like
Y'all were just
Connor and
posing these still
Hudson were
pics,
doing that. They were like, their press
right?
tour was out of control. Like, their chemistry, they became friends
Yeah.
like first, and they were like, okay, let's get to know each other, let's do this. And they even said this in their like tour. And then like they filmed, got closer, obviously, and then their silly, goofy friendship press tour.
Right. I'm like, I
So
need
I
something.
think the problem with the two leads for this show isn't she's like freshly 18 and he's like 28, isn't he? So it's like, what do
Oh,
they have in common? Like they're
Probably
oh,
nothing.
coworkers. They're
I didn't
coworkers.
realize
True.
that.
Like I'm
I
pretty sure
True.
I'm pretty
I
sure
didn't
let me
realize
just
she was a
like
youth.
let me do like a quick
I know. I'm like,
Google
let me look
because
this
I'm
up.
like, let me
I
because
mean,
I
that would make
okay,
sense.
he is 28.
By
He is 28. Let's
okay,
see.
we know he's
What's
old.
yeah. Well, he looks old. Let's start
He
there.
looks his, yeah, he looks
And
like he's
when
30, that's for sure.
she's 19, but she turned 19 in November. So she's like like she was 18 when they filmed for sure. So it's like they like
I don't
first of all, what
understand
do they have in
why
common?
they
Like
hired
which
an 18-year-old.
I'm
Like,
sorry,
yeah,
that
exactly.
makes sense.
she's an adult,
Exactly.
Everything is falling into place with this
But
show
but
and
it's
their
just like
so
there was
chemistry.
no 25-year-old who you could have made look
exactly.
18,
Exactly. Because
like every other
Yeah,
also
show on TV.
like they shouldn't have
exactly.
chemistry because of the age difference because she is so young. But then why are we making them
Oh,
leads? Because now they don't have chemistry. They have nothing in common. They're 10, like, he's fucking 28. I mean, his frontal lobe is developed. Like he's not
Fully
about to be
oh,
formed.
hanging out with her,
I
which is
hate this
fine.
now.
We don't want him to be, whatever. But
That
it's
makes so much
like
sense.
now the chemistry,
That makes
what's
all
this
the
all
sense.
for?
Thank
What's
you
this
for
all
that.
for?
I
Yeah.
needed that. I needed you to say
I
that, and that
I'm
makes
pretty
all the
sure
sense.
you told me that she was like when they got cast. I feel like you told me that.
Did
And
I?
it just stuck in my little
I
brain.
can't
She's
remember.
Yeah. But yeah, so
she
it's
was
Wow.
like
British.
so
Oh
it
my
makes a lot
God.
of
Oh,
sense that they like don't have
I
chemistry, but also like why would you cast them? Like why can't yeah.
Well, I
Even
just
like a
love there was
24-year-old,
there was no one in
23?
their 20s
Yeah.
that came to the casting call.
Yeah.
there was no like either like
Like,
he needed to be way younger or she
Yeah.
needed to be slightly
Exactly.
well,
older.
yeah, or they could
Like
have both been like 23
Hmm.
since they're,
exactly,
if we
like
want to
that
be
would have been
age
fine.
accurate or whatever.
Something.
Oh my God.
They really should have just made him younger. Like if they really
Yeah,
wanted
he
her to be
didn't need to
Hannah,
be.
28 is crazy.
I just
Yeah.
It
sometimes wonder,
really
like,
is
is he
giving
the only
CW.
person? Yeah, but at least in the CW, they're all like 35 playing
Well,
17.
Yeah.
So it's
Vampire
like,
Diaries,
so
they were
everybody
like
looks old.
20. I
And
mean,
that was crazy, but you're like, okay, this makes sense, kind
Yeah.
of. I mean, do I believe that Stefan was passing as 17? No.
No.
Damon sure as
No.
hell wasn't, but it's like, okay,
No.
they're vampires,
well, Damon was supposed to be
different
25,
Whatever.
seasons.
but
But then
yeah.
Stefan was, I guess they're the same age, right?
17, yeah. No, 17. Stefan was 17 and Damon was 25. But then when the show ended, Damon, like, yeah,
He didn't
whatever.
look
Ian,
25
But then
he
it
was
helps that
pushing
on.
Nina
40.
Dobrev also
And we could
looks
tell.
like she's 25,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
even back then. It's like no one on that show looked like a
I
teenager.
feel
Like
Well,
they
like
kind of
okay.
did, but they didn't. You
back
know
in
what I
the
mean?
Yeah,
early 2000s, that was their like MO. Like they were
that's
just
true.
casting old people
Like
to
Gossip
play
Girl,
teens, and
everybody
that's
looks like they're
fine.
about 25,
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
fine. Like they're
and
all
then the
age
parents are just
appropriate there.
older. Like it
Mm-hmm.
makes like you wanted to do like the horny scenes, like that's less. And I know it shouldn't be weird because you're acting, but like
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
if when one person just looks clearly way younger
Like a
than everyone else,
youth.
it's just like
Yeah.
what
Hmm.
there was. I just find it hard to believe there was no one else in the casting room that was like
I
selling
mean,
it.
we'll see when it comes out if they have more chemistry than it looks in the
Yeah.
trailer, but it's not looking good.
I don't
And
know.
I don't know if I want them to have chemistry, knowing, but
If I
that's
I'm
I'm
I hate
looking
to
at
say
this
this, but
kissing pic of
if we're
them, and
watching
it's
this right,
just
and if it's like the dry closed mouth kissing type of stuff, I'm gonna be salty.
she's
Because why
like,
are we
and
well,
he's doing all the work.
the
So
next
the
bag? Like open up your
the
mouth.
what's
If
it
we're gonna be
called?
doing this,
The people who've seen the first
like
couple eps are saying it's TVMA mature. So,
they're
but you know
lying.
how the girls online are.
it's
That
like
could
what does
mean
this
anything.
mean? Because it's
The
like,
girls
yeah,
online
I'm
could
like,
mean anything.
we've seen
You're lying because it's
TVMA
a brand trip and you're getting
and they
paid
were
to pose. Like,
boinking, blanking on, I guess it's HBO or Crave. Apologies, don't come for us.
Yeah.
It's Crave, not HBO. But I'm
Hmm.
like, if that was TVMA, I mean, I know that's not the standard, but I just feel like, I don't know. I don't have faith. I don't have faith in it. I mean, will I watch it? Yeah.
I mean, we're
Yes.
committed now.
Yeah.
When's it come out? The 13th?
Yeah.
Next week.
No, that's two
Yeah.
weeks.
2 weeks.
The fact that that's
Oh.
still 2 weeks and they've been talking about this show since I feel like I first heard about this show when season 6 of Love Island was on.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a really
Whatever
long
year that
time.
was, I'm just like, I'm not understanding
Well,
Yeah.
because
why it's taking this
I
long to put this
remember
show out.
when Heated Rivalry came out, like the show, I remember people being like, where is off? Like, we didn't have a trailer, we didn't have casting for
I
Off
feel like
Campus. And it's like,
I had never
it
even
had
heard about
been,
this show. Like,
it
I
had
feel
been
like we might have
greenlit
said
for
it
a
was coming
long
out,
time.
and
Yeah.
I
then like we
Yeah.
read the
remember
book,
like
and then there was like
yeah.
they weren't teaser, they weren't like trailers though. It was just like the
Yes.
social media team like posting
Uh-huh.
clips of them doing
Mm.
stuff.
Well, and also leading up to nothing, because so Interview with the Vampire has been posting things, but then they dropped that they were dropping like they posted for 3 days and they're like trailer tomorrow. So it's like that makes sense, but they were doing Off Campus was doing just these videos with nothing, no end in sight. They're just posting them to
Like,
post them.
you guys are
Like,
coming
It's
into the hockey
giving
rink,
the
like,
Bridgerton
okay,
like social
yeah, you
posts
know,
where they're just like,
it is. It's so
like
here's a
funny.
picture of a
enough.
person, and I'm like,
Like,
Uh-huh.
wow,
where's the
okay.
where's the trailer?
Can I get some
It
dialogue or something? Like, it's just videos of you guys on the ice rink. Crazy because there's no skating in the book, so I guess they redid that.
well,
Yeah.
they saw the Heated
One,
Rivalry edit and they said we
they
gotta.
had to
We
lock in.
gotta.
They
Yeah,
had to lock in.
we
I'm
gotta.
not convinced. I'm looking at these pictures and I'm just not.
I'm scared actually.
So, I mean, it'll be an interesting situation. I'm curious, like, what the music situation is going to be, because, like, you could call
Terrible.
this a timepiece, a period piece, you know what I mean?
I
But,
wish it was set in 2015.
you
Like that would have
know,
made it better,
Except they
but
would be in 2015 and they would still be doing things that are in 2025. Like, I guarantee you, if they
they would
said
be
it
on,
in
like,
the
fucking
past,
TikTok.
yeah, they're gonna be on TikTok or they're gonna be using like slang that exists now. It's like that
yeah.
we weren't all born in 2006. Some of us were fully formed and
We're here.
alive and
We're
like
locked
knew what was
in.
going
Yeah.
on. Like, we can't be, I don't know, dog.
Oh my
I'm
God.
not very
You're talking
hopeful.
about 2006. Like, she was 9 when this book was published. It's
It's
sick.
just like,
It's
Yeah.
what?
She has
sick.
And
no
the rest of us were in
business.
college. Like, are we kidding with this?
Yeah.
And also, why is it coming out on a Wednesday?
I would have, yeah.
That
First
I
of all,
can't,
why is it coming out on a Wednesday? But if they had done
yeah.
one episode a week, I think half the population would have dropped off or just not and waited.
Well, I don't know.
Well,
Like,
It's
I
so
don't
hit or
know,
miss because
because
Heated Rivalry was weekly, but that was also such a different vibe. Like it was
it's so
like
different. But then
if it was
the
good,
white
maybe people
girls
would keep tuning
who
in.
because
love a romance will be locked in. So,
the summer I turned pretty was weekly, and that had a lot of traction.
mm,
Interview with the Vampire is back to weekly, and that gets a lot of track. So I mean, I am back on the weekly releases
Or even if they did
personally,
like
but
2 episodes a week for 5 weeks or
yeah,
whatever or something,
mm,
like, I just don't. I feel like it's gonna be worse if everyone just watches it the first weekend and then
because for
we never
what?
hear about it again.
Like, yeah, yeah.
I don't imagine that this show is gonna be getting edits. I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be
Well,
a section of TikTok that doing that,
there will be
but I'm like,
edits, but
yeah.
I don't feel like the way that people who I would never imagine would be like watching this type of stuff who were showing me edits of Heated Rivalry. I'm just like, if everyone was watching that, I don't think it's the same for this. Like, I don't think this is a very niche already book community type of thing.
Mhm.
So I'm like, I don't know.
we'll
I
see.
know. We will. Well, because I do think there's something to be said about like building hype with the weekly releases and
Mm,
I think that's why, I mean, Heated Rivalry got as big as it did because every week more and more people tuned in because they were
yeah.
hearing about it and whatever else. And so, yeah, like if we all just watch it one day and then move on, and yeah, like you said, there's going to be editors and whatever else. But I mean, then what we like, I'm going to wake up on
Right.
Wednesday and the whole season's going to be spoiled for me on TikTok before I even get a chance to click on the Prime app because
Honestly,
there's
that
going to
might be the best
be
for me. Maybe I just need to watch it on
well, and
TikTok.
I hate to say spoil because it's like I know the plot. Like it's
Know the
Yeah,
not,
we
I
content.
know.
mean, but like the
Yeah.
whatever. So
It's like,
sometimes
why
I'm
is she
like,
in a weight room? See, this trailer is like
well,
going in the
That's the one.
background. I'm just like,
Is
I'm not
she
understanding what scene of the book is she ever in a weight room.
She's not.
Because I
She's
feel
not.
like-
So
Okay,
they
and
definitely
he's
retcon
clearly
that.
I
dressed
feel
up
like that's
as a vampire at a Halloween party
another.
that he
Okay,
doesn't go to.
that got me. I'm like, so we're doing Halloween. So we're doing Halloween. So we'll see about that. Maybe
Right. I was
Thanksgiving's his
also
trauma
thinking,
holiday. I
like,
don't know.
is she now working at the hockey rink instead of like at
I
the
don't think I watched
diner?
this trailer.
Like,
I'm
you
looking at it. I'm
definitely,
like,
or
I don't
maybe
think
you're
I
just
watched
she's
this.
just talking.
Wait,
She's just
that's
like,
a
I hate it. Blah blah blah.
maybe they really lean more into the broke thing because she is working. She cleans
She's
up the
working
locker
way
room.
more.
Yeah, that's
But
what
she
I'm
also-
like,
assuming, that
she-
she's cleaning up the locker room.
But she was
Like,
also a
that's her
waitress
job.
in the
That makes sense.
trailer. She was at the
Yeah.
restaurant in the trailer, so she definitely has 2 jobs in the show. So maybe that'll be better for us. Like the broke
Oh,
aspect
broke
maybe is
moment.
more
Yeah. Okay, love.
Because I didn't even put that together. I'm like, wait, she was working. You're right,
That's
Eric.
what I
I'm like,
assumed,
why
yeah.
is she in here?
What's she doing?
Maybe this is the first party? Because, of course, the classic something about wearing a white. I'm like, I'm not wearing a white Halloween costume. That's crazy. More power to
Speaking
you.
of white,
Speaking
Everybody's
of white, let's
white.
talk about it.
I guess Justin's a
Why?
little off-white,
He's like a
tan.
little spicy white, but like, why could they
Yeah.
not cast any single person of color in
it
this?
really like
There's
they
really no
really
reason for them to
there's
not
not.
have.
It really like stood out because yes, the carpet, whatever. But then somebody posted when Grace got announced, like that graphic that was like we have Hannah and Garrett and Grace
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Joe,
I was
whatever.
like,
And I was like,
oh,
wait, like when you
Extremely
see it
vanilla.
like that, yeah, like
yeah.
when I see it laid out like that, it's like, wait, yeah, it's just like you guys look like every other bitch.
Yeah, and I'm like,
That's what I'm
it's
saying, they look too normal.
2026. You
Like,
can't.
I'm not saying she had to be black. I mean, that might but it's
I'm
like
not that hopeful,
literally
but like,
anything, like
not a
Latina, maybe an
single,
Asian girl, like nothing.
not a single person of color.
Are we just sticking to the fact that Boston's a white city? Is that what we're going for?
I mean,
Like, I just,
We didn't know.
are they? I mean, I know
yeah, I
there
don't know.
are
Are they?
I feel like,
I think
yeah.
most cities are pretty.
I just
I
have
mean, don't
always
get me
heard that
wrong.
Boston's a pretty. I mean, I've never been, so
I've been
how would I
one single
know?
time and I thought it was
Honestly,
pretty white, but like,
that's not saying much, I guess.
no.
I mean,
But
I don't know. I'm just a little surprised because you can't tell me there wasn't somebody who showed up in that like audition room that wasn't
There
like,
had
you
to
know
have
what I
been.
mean? Like, it just doesn't,
Yeah,
things are not adding up to me.
we need to chat with the casting directors. Come on the pod,
Yeah,
chat
I
with
need
us.
someone to. I need them to get on somebody's pod.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
again, hate to keep bringing up heated rivalry, but they stayed on the damn pods. I was like, I can't even escape you because every day you're on a new
There's a
podcast.
new
It's
one on a pod. Yeah.
can
Yeah.
we get something
I
going?
mean,
Can I get
I
some background on this?
I just saw a quote today from Jacob Tierney on some other fucking podcast. Like, I mean, we're almost a
They're
year, like
dragging
we're
him.
well,
You just sent a
I
picture
know.
of Robbie. Like, I was like, okay, let's.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
like, you're still doing photo shoots? Like,
Yeah,
And
can I get something?
content.
to the white cast of it all, like the girls online would say, well, it's book accurate. And it's like, but do we really
Doesn't need to
care?
be.
Do
Like,
we
yeah,
really
do we care?
like
Because
do
clearly the
I
baseline is
care?
just you need to be hot and
Because
have chemistry. That's
also,
all
I
that
mean,
matters.
exactly. Because also it's not
Like,
even, yeah, sure, maybe Garrett and Hannah are book accurate, but like Allie, they mentioned multiple times that she's blonde and she's not blonde in the trailer. So like
also,
we're
is the
like
one guy a redhead? I remember people being salty about that.
actually
The one
I have
friend's like
no
a
idea.
redhead. Which one, I
Not I
don't
couldn't
know.
tell you.
But
I
there's
don't
one of them.
know.
I think it's the short one.
Yeah, I
He's
couldn't tell
supposed to
you,
have.
Sure.
I'm
but
like,
oh, you know what? He does because the fan cast. I mean, I saw the thing is before this, like the cast came out, I saw like probably hundreds of TikToks of fan casts for this show. Like,
Mm,
yeah, and Tucker's a redhead in the books, and
mm.
that's why. So I haven't read the 4th book. The fan casts were casting like a black woman for the 4th book, but then
Oh,
I said something about it in the group chat, and then I like looked back and I'm like, well, the cover is a white woman, so like I think it's giving like racism in the fandom because that's the whatever. It's just like it's just a mess. It's giving racist
I love how
in the
that one
fan
has the
cast.
lowest rating of the all four of them. The first
Well,
one.
I think it's because it's like an accidental pregnancy trope.
Oh,
is it?
absolutely not.
You're
It
lying.
is. No,
Um,
I'm not
When
lying.
it comes to becoming a daddy at the age of 22, oh hell no.
Right, right. So it's
This is
like
Oh my
she got too
God.
much. Actually, I can't read these. She
Yeah.
No.
she has too much going on.
Mm-mm,
Are you kidding me,
mm-mm.
girl?
But so the book accuracy of it all, it's like who really cares? There was definitely someone in that
That's
audition room that is like had more chemistry with Belmont and they just didn't or any of them. Like
that's
I'm
sick.
sure, but
Oh my
whatever.
God.
I'm just
Yeah.
Wow, we've learned so much today.
I definitely wouldn't
That's
recommend reading the second one. The fourth one sounds
I'll
bad.
just
The
read the
girls
third
love the
one
third one,
and move
whether or
on.
not. Yeah. There's
Getting
just
canceled
no,
after season two.
I
yeah.
Because
know.
didn't they order the second season like the
Pre,
same time they ordered the first one?
yeah. Or it was like
Mhm.
it wasn't exactly the same time, but it was before we even got a trailer that they were like, yeah, I think, okay, I really think Heated Rivalry is the reason they got a season two because it
No,
was
exactly.
around
That's
that
what I'm
time.
thinking.
It was
Like,
around that time, and they were like, we're just gonna go ahead and greenlight this.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
like,
to get
this is
these
gonna
numbers
hit.
up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, because they
That's
want to make sure
funny.
that like season two can come out like so that way people keep the momentum. But then
That's
again,
what
we're
Which
back
I
to the
really
weekly
think.
release of it
Like,
all.
season two is about to be a rush job. That's why they
Yeah,
randomly announced Grace, like, in the middle of
yeah, because
promoting, like,
there's
this
no
season
is
way they're
true.
putting
one,
it out. Isn't
like,
Heated Rivalry coming out in like April,
2027
2027,
like
sometime.
spring or something?
And I
the
think
way
they're
all
So,
of
gonna
us know that.
probably hop on that
ooh, those
train.
pictures are gonna be so good. The new edits.
Hmm.
Thank God.
Talk about it, just no words, truly,
I know.
for how good that show was to me. I don't know why it was so good to me.
I
Good to
mean,
Something
everybody,
about the
because,
men
like,
crying on screen just really gets you.
the
the
yearning was
word.
there.
The
It
worst
really
part
was.
about how good it was is that nothing will really ever be like it. You know what I mean? Like, because
Yeah.
now every book is being released as like fans of Heated Rivalry, and it's like, look,
Yeah,
And
you
then you
love
read it
this.
and
I'm
then you're
like,
like, it's
this
girl,
had,
this
not
is nothing.
like the
yeah.
It
only connection
literally is
is
just
sports and
the
gay. That
setting
does
is
not,
hockey, and
right.
this
You're
is
like,
a
oh,
gay romance.
Well, yeah, because why am I seeing for off campus like Belmont getting asked about like, is it gonna be like Heated
yeah.
Rivalry,
I
like
saw
on
that
the
Like, is
too, and
it
I
Heated
was
carpet?
Rivalry
like,
Spice? I'm like, okay,
and he was
no.
like, this is
They're
what I'm saying.
hockey.
Y'all
Yeah,
should have
No,
been,
it's
y'all
a
should have been prepped for this. You knew you were about to
well,
get asked this question.
exactly,
This is the
exactly.
main question you're about to get asked. I'm like, did Amazon just say fuck it and just not give them
yes.
like a media boot camp or something? I'm like,
I
if
mean,
they're so unknown, they don't even know how to like I understand that question's annoying and it's kind of irrelevant to what they're doing, but it's like,
You know
come
what's
on
gonna be
now.
asked because that was the
exactly.
talk of the town a couple months ago.
First, you
I
guys
mean,
aren't matching. Now you're answering questions
Now you
in a
look
way
like
that
you're in
doesn't
a
make sense.
funeral.
That
honestly,
picture pissed me off. I'm like, why
please,
are they
no.
wearing black?
And it's like
The
I kept
black and the
seeing
white
them.
And
boots.
it wasn't even like a black in like a way that was making sense. They were all
Yeah.
wearing like different cuts of like suit. I'm like, what the hell am I
Well,
looking at?
and to your friend's point of like they don't have money, it's like that doesn't mean they had to show up in black though. Like they
Yeah,
could
it's
have
like
had the
nobody
same
has
dress in
color.
a different color. Like
Mm-hmm.
why are
Mm-hmm.
Like,
we?
why is Hannah
And
wearing
then
black and silver shoes? What the
well,
hell is
Silver
going
shoes were
on?
that
so
pissed me
bad.
off because then why am I seeing like people posting like, is this a nod to her like ice skates? And it's like, no, they're just fucking shoes. Like they are just fucking
Why would she
shoes.
need nods to ice skates when she's not the
Exactly.
skater? I'm like,
Exactly.
this
No,
doesn't
Exactly.
make
it's like
sense. You guys did not plan this at all, and it's
no.
looking like that. Then the one random woman, I guess she's the friend. Who is she? There's like two women on the carpet. Who is this other
I
girl?
can't
Well, because
remember.
there's like Allie is one of the girls on the carpet. I don't know who I don't even know who the other one you're talking about. Can't even picture who
Maybe
that
it's the
is.
alley girl.
We're
That's why I'm like, why are
literally,
we all wearing black?
because
Like, what
like,
is going on?
yeah, I guess you
First of
want to
all,
look
this is a
chic,
springtime
but
show. Can we get some
exactly.
blues?
I know it's
I
literally
mean, like,
May. Like, why are you why are you all
why are we
looking like
dressed
a
in
funeral?
black? Oh
And
my
none of like
God.
it's giving what's her name? Fifth Harmony. Like it's
Oh
Stop.
my
They're all dressed for a
God.
different event. You're just
yeah.
like,
It literally is
We're getting a little like too in the hater
too
sphere, but it's
nitpicky.
like,
not even
look,
trying to be a hater. Like, I am, but I'm not. But it's just confusing. Like, I just don't
yeah,
understand. Like, I
Yeah.
get it. They wanted to pop off, but I feel like the way it went from nothing being dropped to everything being dropped, and then it doesn't even make sense what you're
yeah.
dropping. I mean, it's clearly for the fans who don't care and like the book, so maybe that's why I'm
Yeah.
confused. But I don't think I ever just eat up everything, even if I like the source material. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's like, okay,
Mm.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say, I feel like we were eating up a lot for Heated Rivalry, but that was such a different, that was like a one-off situation. Because then with Bridgerton,
Yeah.
we are constantly complaining about how
we're
they're
dragging
I
dropping
them
know,
all the
like
time.
I
things.
love Bridgerton, but I'm like,
I
what
don't
are
think
we
I've
doing
ever
here?
actually paid attention to like a Bridgerton press tour though. Well,
Well,
actually, this last one I did. This last one I did.
Yeah.
they kind of do a little bit too much, but like, whatever. They're
They
Yeah.
do
trying
it
to
for too
go.
long. The
That's, well,
3 year press tour, it's
exactly,
like, oh my
exactly.
God.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's my
So the
issue.
Justin is kind of a baddie. But I'm
Exactly.
willing to have my mind be changed. You know, if I'm shook, I'm shook.
I mean, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
That's what I would prefer to be pleasantly
I would
surprised.
love to be surprised, yeah. And to be like, oh my gosh, I take back all those things I said about the
Maybe not
show.
all, but
Wow.
you know.
The casting, the diversity, no diversity casting, that I'll never take that back. But
But you
wait,
know,
also, who is Philippa Sue playing in the second season?
No, she's doing like a music director role. So I don't know. Is Grace a
Oh,
drama major? I don't remember. She's doing some sort
I
of
need
like she's gonna
Philippa to
be,
just focus on Broadway.
you
Everything that
know,
she's
she
in
needs to
that's
get
on
back on the
TV
stage and
is
move
like
on.
the kiss of death. I'm so
wait,
sorry.
That's why I was like, can't wait for this to be
wait.
This is get the
canceled.
chop.
All
Anyway,
right,
I'm
we got to wrap
dead.
this up. Looking forward to being pleasantly surprised in 2 weeks.
yes.
Bars on
I'm
the
willing to
floor.
have my mind, yeah, bars to the floor, but I'm willing to have my mind be changed.
So they have
If it
all the
hits, it
room
hits.
to surprise us.
At least
Mm-hmm.
we're honest, you know? Like, if it's good, I'll
Yeah.
say it's good. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Trust. Anyways, thank you everybody for listening. Thank you, Savannah, for coming on again. We'll see you soon and catch us on wherever you listen to podcasts and where you follow us on socials at Close Friends List Pod. We'll see you next time. Bye.